reap. The soul stream had thinned. For the first time since creation, heaven's radiant gates stood quieter than temples abandoned by prayer. Hell's furnaces dimmed between screams, its rivers of torment sluggish and shallow. Limbo, once overflowing with wandering dead, echoed with vast empty distances where billions of drifting spirits should have been. Something had interrupted the cycle. No god claimed responsibility. No demon confessed sabotage. No angel understood why souls were vanishing before judgment. And atop the frozen crown of Mount Everest, beneath storms blacker than natural weather, the reapers waited. The shrine rose from the mountain like an ancient wound carved into the earth itself. Its towering pillars were made from pale stone resembling bone. Endless black banners drifted without wind. Thousands of crows circled overhead in spiraling rings, their cries swallowed by the blizzard as though the mountain itself devoured sound. At the shrine's summit stood colossal doors engraved with scenes of death, kings collapsing beside beggars, suns dying above oceans, gods kneeling before faceless shadows. Specters lined the entrance, the reapers, tall, silent, motionless beneath robes darker than midnight. Behind the throne chamber stood the widow reapers, arranged in perfect rows. Their skin carried shades of gray, ashen, silver, charcoal, smoke, but each wore the same black veil over their faces. They sang together in low unison, a hymn of mourning, a tune of longing. Their voices trembled through the shrine like funeral bells dragged across drowned cities. At the center of the chamber floated the throne, and upon it sat Azaleon. At first glance, he appeared almost human. Tall, elegant, long dark curls resting over black robes. His eyes closed while his fingers tapped slowly against the armrest, listening to the song behind him. Then the doors began to open. The hymn stopped. The entire shrine became still. Heaven and hell had arrived. Angels entered from the eastern gate in flowing white armor etched with gold scripture. Their wings glowed against the darkness like imprisoned stars. Behind them marched celestial judges carrying staffs crowned with rings of living fire. From the western gate came the devils, horns, iron crowns, burning eyes, armor forged from volcanic stone and chains made from damned souls. The temperature of the shrine shifted violently as both forces entered together. Neither side looked at the other. Their hatred was older than mountains. But tonight, both feared the same thing. Azaleon opened his eyes. The transformation began immediately. His gray skin spread like disease across flesh. Bones cracked. His floating body stretched unnaturally upward until he became twice his original size. His arms elongated grotesquely, fingers hanging nearly to the black stone floor. His elegant curls straightened into endless white strands that drifted around him like strands of dead silk beneath water. His face widened, sharpened, ancient, no longer human in shape or expression, only old, very old. The widow reapers lowered their heads. The childlike messengers sitting among the shrine rows remained perfectly still. Their eyes were covered with strips of black cloth, and each held a silver balance scale in their right hand. Balanced, unmoving, witnesses only, never participants. A devil finally stepped forward. Lord Varkross, general of the Ninth Furnace. Massive horns curved from his skull, and molten cracks glowed beneath his skin. "You summon heaven and hell like servants?" he growled. "Explain yourself, carrion spirit." An angel moved beside him before Azaleon could answer. Seraphiel, voice of the seventh choir. Her wings unfurled behind her in blazing light. "Souls are disappearing before judgment," she said sharply. "Entire regions of mortal death arrive empty. This disruption threatens divine order." Another demon snarled from behind Varkross. A thin female devil named Malzareth, draped in chains wrapped around her throat and waist. "Limbo starves. Hell starves. Something is harvesting souls before they descend." The angels murmured. The devils hissed. Above them all, Azaleon stared silently. Then he spoke. His voice sounded layered, as though thousands whispered beneath a single sentence. "For eternity." The shrine trembled faintly. "We carried your dead." The widow reapers resumed humming softly behind him. "We guided souls faithfully through storm, plague, extinction, war, sacrifice, genocide, famine, and divine wrath." His elongated fingers slowly curled over the throne, and in return, the crows outside shrieked in unison, "You abused the balance." The angels stiffened, the devils narrowed their eyes. Azaleon turned toward heaven first. "You demanded worship from mortals who feared oblivion." His pale face tilted downward toward Seraphiel. "You shaped obedience through paradise." The angel stepped forward furiously. "We offered salvation. You offered servitude." The chamber darkened. Azaleon turned slowly toward hell. "And you," his voice deepened, "punished souls beyond their sins." Malzareth laughed mockingly. "They suffer because suffering is deserved." "No," Azaleon answered. The shrine shook harder. "You punished kindness alongside cruelty." Silence followed. Even the crows outside had stopped crying. Varkros slammed his burning axe against the floor. "You forget your place." Golden light erupted from the angels. Hellfire spread across the devils. The chamber flooded with divine and infernal pressure simultaneously. The child reapers remained seated. Their scales never moved. Seraphiel raised her staff. "You fairy souls, nothing more." "We allowed your existence," Malzareth hissed. Several devils began advancing. Then Azaleon inhaled. One breath. That was all. The sound alone extinguished every torch in the shrine. The air bent inward violently, and suddenly every angel screamed. Every devil collapsed. Transparent forms ripped from their bodies like silk pulled from flesh. Souls. Radiant souls from angels. Burning, fractured souls from demons. They floated upward helplessly above their own bodies. Panic exploded instantly. Seraphiel stared down at herself in horror as her body knelt empty beneath her. Varkros roared soundlessly while his soul drifted weightless toward the cathedral ceiling. The reapers did not move. Azaleon continued inhaling slowly, calmly, as thousands of souls hovered around him like stars trapped in orbit. Outside the shrine, every living creature across the mountain collapsed simultaneously. Birds, wolves, pilgrims, even the insects buried beneath the snow. Their souls rose briefly into the storm. For several endless minutes, heaven and hell experienced mortality. True helplessness, no strength, no divinity, no immortality, only fear. Then Azaleon exhaled. The souls descended violently back into their bodies. Angels gasped, devils convulsed, several collapsed entirely, trembling uncontrollably. The shrine remained silent, except for the Widow Reaper's mournful hymn. Azaleon leaned forward from his throne. His elongated fingers touched the floor. "We no longer serve heaven." His pale eyes shifted toward the devils. "We no longer serve hell." The crows outside resumed circling. Thousands of wings beat against the storm. "We serve the balance." No one challenged him again. The angels fled first, their radiant composure shattered by Seraphiel's hands trembled as she opened the celestial gate. The devils followed soon after, their arrogance replaced by raw terror. Varkros himself refused to meet Azaleon's gaze before disappearing into infernal flame. The massive shrine doors closed behind them. Boom! The sound echoed across Everest like the ending of an age. Inside the chamber, the child reapers remained seated silently with their balanced scales. The Widow Reapers continued singing, and upon the throne, Azaleon watched the storm beyond the shrine windows. Far below, the worlds of heaven and hell erupted into panic, because the Reapers had gained the one power no god was ever meant to witness, the ability to reap even the immortal soul. The Reap